Hey, what's up? Torre Sanz here checking in with you, and I have a statement to make. Opinions are like assholes, and everyone's got one, right? Yeah, absolutely. We're all entitled to freedom of speech. We're all entitled to say the things that we want to say, think the things that we want to think. But when you are a person who is in the entertainment business, whether you're an athlete or just a celebrity, who may be an actor or a singer or some sort of public figure, then, you have to think before you speak. And that's something I wanted to address with you guys in this vlog right now, because there's been a lot of controversy going on right now with the San Francisco 49er football player, Chris Culver, who apparently doesn't like gays. He has an issue with gay people playing sports, and especially if they're a teammate of his. He doesn't allow gay people in his ram, so to speak. And I just honestly think that he's made himself look like an ass, because now he's released an apology, issued an apology through the NFL, San Francisco 49ers, apologizing for his statements. Now, for those of you that are unaware of his statements, what he said basically is that he doesn't do gay guys, and he says, "I don't do that." And I'm quoting him right now. He says, ain't got no gay people on the team. They got to get up out of here if they do. Can't be with that sweet stuff. It sounds ignorant, right? It sounds like somebody that doesn't speak, proper English, and someone that, just isn't really literate. He also goes to say that, nah, he don't like, gay guys in the locker room, and then he also feels like if you're gay, then you need to keep it to yourself at least 10 years after you've retired from, the NFL. That sounds like some bogus ass shit, man. I feel like this is 2013. Of course, your sexual orientation shouldn't have anything to do with, your profession. But I feel like, just as we all know that there are a lot of heterosexuals that play in the sports arena, that there are homosexual, males and females who are a part of the sports arena. But, when it comes to being gay, it's like it's taboo. It needs to be kept, under wraps. Don't talk about it, which I feel is completely ignorant. I don't feel like, if you out yourself, to the public, that you're like forcing your sexual orientation on others. You're just acknowledging who you are. Of course you don't walk up to people and say, oh, I'm Tory and I'm gay. Just like, oh, I'm Tory and, I'm Dominican, or, I'm Tory and, I don't know, something, you don't, these are things that you just don't say. But at the same time, it's like, it should be okay to acknowledge who you are. Like a guy friend of mine can talk about, oh, that female is hot, what you think, what's wrong with me saying, oh, that guy over there is hot, I should go and holler at him or something like that. It's just like, where's the equal opportunity here? And that's something, that really bugs me, because it seems like people are still ignorant about being gay in 2013. And, it's like we've come a long way where we shouldn't actually have to worry about, or have issues with what someone else does in the privacy of their own home. But it's like, people always associate sex with sexual orientation, when that shouldn't be the case, because it's not always about sex for gay people. Just like it's not always about sex for straight people. But I tend to be around a lot of straight people, especially guys that always want to screw every female they see. And that seems to be acceptable and seems to be the norm. But then it's like, when you say you're gay, then automatically they go right there and they're like, I don't even want to hear that, man. I don't want to talk about that. You should have kept that to yourself. That's the same thing of, keeping your sexual preferences to yourself if you're straight. That's the way I feel about it. But this Chris Culver guy, I feel like he's actually got some issues going on with himself in terms of his own sexual orientation, because there's some pictures that are now circulating on the internet that has Chris looking quite sweet. And there are a lot of gay men who aren't with the sweet stuff either, Chris. Like there are gay men that actually love sports, that like to camp and, like to do all the manly things. Like, there's gay construction workers, there's gay police officers, gay firemen, there's gay NBA players, there's gay hockey players. I mean, gay people are everywhere. So what is the problem? And for you to say, oh, I don't think, there's no gay people on this team. You're in San Francisco. Not saying that everybody in San Francisco is gay, but there's one of the largest population of gay and lesbian people in that city. And San Francisco's actually taking a lot of their taxpayers' money to fund the San Francisco 49ers. You know what I'm saying? So, like, those gay people, the same people that you're bashing, are the people that are paying for your profession, So, I mean, it's like, why are you in San Francisco on their team, on the 49ers, and yet you want to talk about gay people when there's a large population of gay people that actually live in San Francisco? But now he retracted his words and he's issued an apology and he's stating, I apologize. Whatever. I don't even care to hear about your apology because you spoke the truth the first time around. So I want to know from you guys out there, what do you think about this? I obviously have an issue with, people being in the entertainment business and not censoring themselves, not thinking before they speak. It's kind of like biting the hand that feeds you. And I feel like, okay, I respect the fact that you may have an issue with gay people, but then don't turn around and make it seem like it's some type of fucking psychological problem. Oh, well, it was my head speaking, but not my heart. Your head spoke the truth, okay? It has to come from your heart in order to go through your fucking big head to come out your mouth. And then you spoke it, and now people are getting on you about it, and you're getting ready to play the largest game in the NFL, Super Bowl. And now you don't know whether or not you're going to be able to play that game because you got so many people saying, well, maybe you should be suspended. Maybe you shouldn't have the luxury of playing in the Super Bowl. All I got to say is keep your fucking mouth shut and then you'll be fine. All opinions don't necessarily need to be shared. Just like a lot of people feel like, oh, if you're gay, that doesn't need to be public knowledge. So I feel like if, for those of us that feel like, okay, being gay is wrong. We shouldn't address it. We shouldn't, say anything about it in the public. We should just kind of keep it in the closet or whatever. Then you should keep your fucking mouth closed and not even state your opinion about things that is going to come back and bite you in the ass. So that's what I want to know. What you guys think about this. Chris Culver, I'm going to post these pictures so you guys can be the judge on what you think, because a lot of straight dudes that I know won't pose like this in photos. That's all I'm saying. Thanks for listening.